PvP? We do not know. We will find out very soon.
It's kind of funny because Her0 had 2 immortals and San had only 1.
Yep.
But I think the 1 immortal did way more than the 2 did.
Well, it didn't help that it didn't help that the immortals were just flying in the air all the time. It's not really optimal. As much as I know a lot of Protoss players would love flying immortals, well, that wasn't quite what they had in mind.
That would be so cool if you can pick up your own immortal, fly it up, and then shoot at broodlords.
There we go. You've just solved the balance problem, and you've done so in a typically Warcraft 3 style of way. Somehow I am not surprised. All right, here's Cloud Kingdom, and down to the southwest we have, in the Blue Trunks playing Protoss, it is San versus his opponent. Meets his first major stumbling block and is, of course, in danger of going down to the lower bracket. That would not be good for him at all. It is in the Red Trunks to the northeast playing Protoss, Liquid Her0.
So I'm going to go out on a limb here, and based on how the first and the second game went, I would expect Her0 to go Blink Observer now.
Okay.
Yep. I hope it's true.
So what's your rationale behind that? I mean, it's for me, it's very easy to say, oh, Blink is good, we like Blink, and Her0 is very good with Blink.
Some nice platitudes to throw in.
Yeah, absolutely. That's like some grade 2 analysis right there. That's just above Protoss's good unit. But what would you say would be the reason behind going Blink Observer for Her0 at this stage in the series?
I think, okay, the easy thing to say would be because of the map, Cloud Kingdom. Yep. I don't want to talk about that, thoh. We talk about map all the time.
Yeah, everyone always, oh, it's a good map
this
for Blink.
This map is very good for... no, we know that already.
Yep.
I think it's... I have an emotional reason for it. Like,
okay.
Emotionally, in the place where Her0 is, I think... You look at last game, he's like, okay, I did my build again, it worked in game 1. Game 2, I started off with the build, it was fine, I got my expansion, we started out the exact same way.
Yeah.
Then my opponent did a build which, you know, for some reason, Her0 doesn't like doing himself.
Okay.
You know, he doesn't. And then he's like, well, I went Blink, and I went Colossus, cancelled it, went Blink, got my Blink, went Colossus, and I was all over the place, and nothing really worked. So it has this very unsatisfied feeling, I think. Like, I don't think that can possibly feel satisfying. He got Blink, but he didn't even get to use it. So perhaps for that, I thought, emotionally, he would want to get Blink now and actually make it work.
That's an interesting rationale. I've certainly not heard that one before. We'll see whether or not that's actually true. Now, San went for the double assimilator, but he only has 2 probes in each. Now he's just gone to 3 there. Yeah. He went around 17 supply on both of these. Her0 went quite early on his. I believe it was either 15 or 16 supply. And
then, yeah, 15 and then 1 more on 18, so before Zealot. And he's also not making a Zealot. He's getting a second gateway. So gonna be the triple Stalker opening, most likely, which sets 1 foot in the right direction into going for Blink. Her0 just added his 6th probe to the gas. You know, these builds are very tight. It's very good to do it that way. Otherwise, if you put your gases full immediately, you're not going to have enough minerals to make a Stalker right away.
Yeah, and there's no point in having that gas at that point if you can't spend it. That would be silly. It does not accrue interest as much as I wish that it would.
That would be cool too, man.
Hey, that's in most tower defense games. That's totally doable.
That's right. Yeah, I was thinking, where did I...
Yeah, Elemental TD is what you're thinking of there. In Warcraft 3 and in Starcraft 2.
I played... Elemental TD was so good in Warcraft.
It actually was.
Starcraft as well?
Yeah, it's in Starcraft 2. It's just as good too.
Awesome.
They've
Thank
really
you
got the build.
for the 100 hours of time I lost.
Well, if I find you in Diamond League in the next couple of months, then I know how it happened.
Yeah, alright, so the 2-gate flat, 1 Stalker into Twilight, and then 2 more Stalkers for Her0, and it's probably gonna be Blink. And San is on Sentries, and he went Twilight. So is he gonna disprove what I said last game? Sentry into Blink? Very maybe.
He might. Let's see what he decides to do. Twilight just kicked in, and there it is.
That is so odd. He went Zealot, Stalker, Stalker. No, that's not odd. Zealot, Stalker, Stalker, Sentry. That's pretty normal. It's just a bit safer than the way that Her0's doing it.
Her0, known as a little bit of a risk taker. Very much the kind of guy that likes to cut corners and do flashy play. And I don't know if it's even the case of him doing deliberately flashy play. It's just the fact that the stuff that he does looks very impressive and also happens to be rather effective.
Yeah.
I'm sure he's not deliberately showing off.
Well, yeah,
maybe
probably
he is.
Not. No, yeah, it's just like, how do I, you know, why am I good?
Yeah.
It's an existential question. Why am I good? If I do the same thing as my opponent, am I good? like by tossing the coin. It's like, no, he wants to try and, you know, force a win in whatever way possible. And he thinks with his superior multitasking, maybe he can do that.
You see San's infamous scout pylon right here that was right where Her0 was going to put his. San really he knows exactly what's coming at him. Yeah. Even down to where the pylon's going to be. That's actually a little crazy.
Pretty cool.
San is a bit of a master strategist when it comes to Protoss and is frequently underrated by people that don't know what they're talking about. So I'm looking forward to seeing what he's able to pull off here. But Her0 now running across the map, and Blink has already kicked in, so that Stalker is dead. Ain't going anywhere.
Now, Her0's Robo is later, and it gave him I guess a bit more stalkers earlier on. He also didn't make a sentry, so he has that map control. Will also take down this pylon. In the meantime, the little probe that could on the right side for San is planting down pylons here or there. And is there an observer on the field yet? Yes, we've got one observer for San, and where is it? Is he keeping it at home? He
might, and that would be an interesting maneuver. Yep, absolutely.
It's over his army there on the ridge.
Pretty smart. Hero's just going to see what he can see, which is nothing in particular. In the meantime, this probe is going to get picked up by Her0, but he may not see the pylon. It's kind of out of the way.
So good decision there for Her0 to start his probes again. He made one more probe in an Immortal. That means he's going to go defensive soon. It means he's already thinking of two-base play. He'll be creating a Nexus rather soon. For San, that means that it's kind of hard to attack because he has the sentry, which means one less. He also has the zealot, so that's a bit less stalkers.
Yep.
And it's just kind of hard to go across the map when the pylon isn't that near and to actually win an engagement. As you see, he doesn't even have more stalkers, even though he doesn't have that Immortal.
No, yeah, that's kind of awkward. I suppose, you know, Guardian Shield being thrown in there would be nice, but Blink Stalkers are highly mobile. It's very easy to get outside the range of that. So if you're trying to blink forward, you're suddenly outside the Guardian Shield. It doesn't help you at all. San is now expanding behind this, and looks like we are going to get an engagement to some degree, but a quick blink out using the visibility there from the Watchtower. Very nice, and gets out of there immediately without any real damage being done. This guy's having a bit of a pillow fight at the moment, and Her0 is now going to expand behind that as well, just a bit later than San.
That was a good decision by San to blink out immediately. He still had that Xel'Naga vision. Imagine if Her0 blinked on top of him, vision goes away, San can only blink left or right, and he will take so many Stalker losses. It was the only right thing to do, and he did it immediately. Good job by him. Major catastrophe averted.
Always nice to do, really. Yeah. And there's the pylon picked up. We've got a bit of an engagement coming right here. Her0 kind of jumps into it, and well, it is excellent micro versus excellent micro on both sides here, and Her0 actually coming off slightly worse for wear there. He does have more stalkers, but they're in the wrong position on the map, and he's going to escape from that. Xel'Naga Tower now having been taken by San. Observer just hanging around here, gets vision, knows exactly what's going on with that, but a blink into the main here by Her0.
Very nice. There's that flashy play that you were talking about in the midst of all that, moving in with those 4 stalkers, and he is totally fine with losing all of these. That's already worth it. The amount of probes that he killed is totally worth it. How many probes are we on, Toto Biscuit?
Ooh, that was good from Her0 there. He takes out 12, and he's now being aggressive here, and that was actually a really bad blink from San, unfortunately. He got a face full of whatever it is that they use, particle disruptors, if I recall correctly. Not exactly ideal there, and that's, I mean, the probe difference is now astronomical. It really is. That is huge. He can play catch-up with double chrono boost here, but that, of course, might mean he ends up with a smaller army versus Her0, who must be feeling pretty comfortable right now.
Yeah, as it looks like San is just going to go shove. He's just going to attack. He wants to disrupt some particles back. As that pylon is already in place there on the right side, so he's probably just going to warp in some zealots and try to attack. I don't think it's going to work, but when you lose that many probes, again, like you're drawing dead in a longer type of game.
Yeah, you've got to do some damage of your own to really make it worthwhile and try and even things out. This is not nice at all. He's going to get completely sandwiched here. He brings in 2 Immortals, however. Will he be able to do that? He is able to blink up there, and nice target fire by Her0 on San's Observer. And that puts San in a horrible position to continue this aggression, but it looks like he's going to try it anyway.
Yeah, he's going to try it anyway. He still has a Guardian Shield and a Force Field. The Guardian Shield is helping out here, but the probes are going to be attacking the Immortals, who are now attacking probes.
That is disastrous for San. This is all falling apart here, surely. And Her0 should be able to hold on to this in a very good manner indeed. And there's the GG. Her0 will advance, and San not able to keep up with that kind of firepower from Her0. Some excellent play by him. Really, really smart. The clutch snipe on the Observer I really liked, and San just kind of committing, thinking, I'm behind, I just got to go. And it wasn't enough.
And, you know, he was right.
Yep.
Beautiful play there by Her0. He was kind of ahead in every point in the game. That Blink Observer play really working out for him. You know, great micro, just great decision making and so forth. So there you have it. Her0 moving to open winners bracket round 5. And we're going to be casting another series, are we not?
We are.